Hi and welcome. Hi and welcome to the lesson on deductive versus inductive arguments. I just want to give a very brief introduction to this lesson. There are a few videos down the page. The first two, which you'll see, which should have an image of a page or some sort of text. Those are ones that I would suggest you do definitely watch because that covers material that's not in the actual slide. The others videos, while I think they reinforce the information, they are going over the material, and there are a few additional points, but there are not a lot. And so I just want to make that point that, I would make sure to watch those first two, but the others I would still watch, but I wouldn't necessarily feel, you may, if you kind of watch one or two, you may kind of pay attention while looking through the material, and that would be fine. With that said, as far as this lesson goes, this lesson mainly is focusing on what's the difference between deductive and inductive arguments. And the idea here is that, if we can distinguish the types, whether or not the conclusion follows necessarily or probabilistically, that we can then distinguish the types. But then we can further judge out the inferential claim. Is the inferential claim strong or weak? Is it valid or invalid? And then finally we get to this question of the truth claim. Now, we're not going to spend a ton of time looking at how you evaluate the truth claim. The truth claim can be evaluated by simply the same way you evaluate any truthful statement. You use facts, you use knowledge, you use information, you use science, and you determine if the thing is true. So the truth claim is not something we'll spend a ton of time. Essentially what we're going to do is we're going to break down and we're going to look to see, because that's what logic is really about, is examining the inferential claim. But the reason we look at the truth claim aspect of an argument is to basically say that just because the statement are false does not make the argument invalid. Okay, it's key to think that just because your statements are false does not make, or just because the premises are false does not make the argument invalid. The validity and invalidity, the strength and weakness is about the inferential claim. And the inferential claim could work if everything was true. It's just the premises are false. And so we need to distinguish that there is a difference, and that's kind of part of what we're doing. A big part of what we're doing here is recognizing that there is a difference between strength and weakness, validity and invalidity, and the truth of the whole thing.